Well, we're continuing the fun here in Branson with the studio of Bot Radio Network being so gracious to host us from Memphis, Tennessee on the Mid-South Viewpoint program. I'm Byron Tyler. We have the privilege of having none other than the Texas Tenors are here.
All right.
And,
nice hat.
John, we've got JC, we've got Marcus. And it's been a while since I've seen you guys. I think it's been down on the landing. We've done interviews. We've done interviews here with Marcus in the studio. And the last time, Marcus, you were here, you gave me this hat, and I still wear this hat today. And I said, I've got to bring it to Branson.
It's looking good. I'm impressed because it looks worn.
It's pretty good.
Looks like you've actually worn it.
I have worn this hat. I've enjoyed wearing this hat.
You look good in it.
Thank you so much.
Good.
Texas Tenors, how are you guys doing?
We're doing great. Yeah.
You're back in Branson. You're just starting the new show. Is that right?
We're glad to be back in Branson, and yeah, it's just been a whirlwind.
I kind of know a little bit of your story, Marcus, in the fact that you were born in a small town. And I don't know if each of you guys were, all born in a small town?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were too? Tell me your story.
Oh, I was born in Pleasant Hope, right near Branson. My dad drove a school bus here every year, and I'd come ride on the school bus on the heater as a little kid. We'd go to Silver Dollar City, Whitewater every single year, had a blast, come to Branson, see the shows. Matter of fact, we saw the Presleys once, and it was just fantastic. And now Greg Presley on the piano, he's one of my neighbors here in Branson.
Is that the Branson connection that brought you guys to here, or is there more Branson ties?
Well, that is. Marcus's dad brought him here as well. But when Marcus and I met back 20 years ago, we started talking about Branson, and we had that in common. And we
been coming here all my life to Branson.
So you've got some fond family vacation
Love
memories.
Branson, yeah.
Tell me about some of those growing up times.
Oh gosh, I was here in Branson every year with my family, many times a year. In fact, before my dad passed away, this was the last place I saw him. And he loved coming to Branson.
Wow.
And it was just a favorite place. I mean, there's something to do for everyone in the family, for folks here in Branson, attractions and shows, and it's just an incredible place. And we just can't ask for a better place as well than the Mickey Gilley Shanghai Theater. It's just a fantastic place.
Yeah, my mom and dad, they come almost every night to our show here. My dad's 91, still runs 70 head of cattle, and he makes it to the show almost every night, every other night at least.
Oh, my goodness. So when you're not traveling and doing shows and you're just kind of kicking back, what do you like to do? Table Rock Lake, just sit back, a favorite restaurant? Where do you want to go?
Wow. Well, I like to golf a little bit.
What's your handicap?
Oh, I wouldn't want to embarrass you. No. I have lots of handicaps.
But I tell you, speaking of golf, though, really, there's some incredible golf courses here.
Yes.
Some of the most pristine, and they're developing new ones all the time.
Yeah. No, it's a great place for outdoor activities, from kayaking to fly fishing to boating but world-class golf courses. You're right. It's really fantastic.
Yeah. I'm assuming that some of your careers started similar. I know Marcus started singing in fairs. You guys do the same thing? Started singing when you were younger?
I did. My parents were musicians, were music teachers, and so I started pretty young too as well. But JC has a little bit different story.
It's kind of a funny story. What do you compare it to? The High School Musical?
High School Musical, yeah.
Yeah, I played basketball, and we had a good team, and I didn't really sing in choir, but we'd come out and sing the national anthem every once in a while, and the choir teacher took notice and ended up getting in choir, and 4 starters, along with which we all played together since kindergarten. So this is my junior year. We came out on a Friday night, packed gym, as it is. They didn't, for internet and phones and all that, kids would go to get ball games. So we got in choir after that, and then I auditioned with the SMSU, and then I transferred, got a scholarship, and then ended up in Texas and met this guy.
So each of you are classically trained, and your voices are incredible. Oh my goodness, the energy, the heart and soul comes out. I mean, all of you is in the song. I mean, it's really beautiful what you bring onto the stage.
Well, we appreciate that. We work, we don't take any of it for granted. We work hard at it. When we do a show, we leave it all out there every night, and we are really trying to serve the music and the lyrics, and we're really living it. And I've always said that's our therapy, is being out there on stage.
Our new album, Outside the Lines, has an original song called "That's a God Thing," and we feel like that's a message that is right for today, and that we put out there because that's how we feel about it. It's a God thing that we're together, and we love what we do, and we hope that translates in the music.
Right. That's a good point you make there in life, Marcus. Looking at life, especially around us, there is another element sometimes it gets left out, and it is the God thing, Mm-hmm. It's so easy as humans to get busy in our life and even surrounded by the beautiful Ozark Mountains and the things that we get to experience and realize, wow, there is a God thing here, a God factor, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah. So you mentioned the new album. You've been touring some too, I believe, right?
Oh yeah, we're touring all the time, and it's fun to be able to have an album like this that's such a eclectic mix of music. I mean, we have everything from classic rock, like some Aerosmith and some Guns N' Roses, to
you got Broadway classics too.
Broadway classics, like Les Miserables on Broadway and American Classics record that was released about a year or so before that. So we and the show that they'll see in Branson at Mickey Gilley's, they'll see everything from that Broadway album to Outside the Lines, the new music as well.
JC, what about Mickey Gilley? Memories, just his influence, your relationship?
Yeah, Mickey, we've known Mickey a while now. As a matter of fact, about 5 years ago, we were in Branson. We've been in Branson a while, and Mickey had reached out a couple of times about having us come over to his theater. But we were happy where we were. Everything's going great. John and I went over and got to meet him and got to hang out with him and take pictures, and we had him sign our 8x10. And I went back over to the theater we were at and hung it up on the door. And I always said, man, that's what I want to be in a few years. Picture of Mickey there, just the urban cowboy. We end up coming to his theater. We're at his theater. We're sharing his dressing room. Just the nicest guy. And whenever we would see him, he would always give us just some good inspiration and just always say something positive. And he's like, "Where's that picture at?" And he signed it a second time, and I just thought that was cool. He remembered that, and he was just always a great guy. And we're just honored to be there at his dressing room and just pay a little tribute to him in every show that we do from here on out.
What an encourager he has been to so many artists.
Oh yeah.
Do you guys find that too as you look at upcoming artists? I know it's easy to get busy in your own careers, but to take time to speak into them and encourage them, help them to be successful in what they do.
Oh, it's really fun to find somebody or see somebody who is really committed and working hard at it and doing the right things, and it's fun to encourage them if they ask you for a little advice or whatever. We give whatever we can, but yeah.
America's Got Talent was something that spun your career in directions you probably had no idea, right? That it was going to do what it did. You really won the hearts of the American people. But since then, you guys have just been, PBS specials, you're writing books for children, is that right?
We can handle that. It's age appropriate for us. No, we've written 2 books now and we give a portion of the proceeds to Shriners, and but we've really enjoyed that. We write music to the stories, and it's been fun.
Okay, so how many nights is the show here in Branson?
We're back in September for a week, Labor Day week, and then we're also back in October for a couple weeks, and in November, of course, Christmas starts. November 1st in Branson, so we're here November 2nd through the 18th, and then back the 29th and 30th, and then in December for a couple days as well. And folks can call 417-336-0888, box office at Mickey Gilley's Shanghai Theater for tickets.
Well, you guys have headlined all over Vegas, China, 24-city tour on the United Kingdom. Out of all of that, what stands out to you about the Branson stage?
It's got to be the hometown feel. It's got to be that chemistry. When you pull into this town, no matter what theater you're at or what diner you go to, you're going to probably see an entertainer. You're going to see someone you recognize. You can go to New York, you can go to L.A. You're not going to see stars on a constant basis. And that's the thing. It's just a small community, even though it's broad, and there's all styles of music, so everything from 80s rock to country to classical and opera, even in this small town of Branson. You wouldn't think you could hear some opera here, but you definitely can. And the other thing is you can get up close to the entertainers. You can talk to them. Sometimes we'll see you out after the show or at intermission, and you can't do that everywhere with different theaters. So that's kind of a neat hometown vibe that Branson has.
Yeah, and I really don't think there's any place more patriotic than Branson, Missouri. We haven't been any place any more patriotic, committed to its veterans.
Yeah.
And for our show, we change it every night too. So Branson gives us a unique opportunity to sit down for a few nights in a row, and we keep people guessing because you never know what you're going to see in our show because we change it every single night. We do different songs every night.
Do you guys spend much time collaborating and writing any original stuff at all? Have you done any of that together?
We do. Yeah, we've done some. We do a little bit. We never do as much as we'd like to because we run the business ourselves. We're self-managed. We have booking agents, but we are self-managed, for better or for worse. So it takes a lot of time, you know.
Well, it's the GrandShanghaiTheater.com for the website. Go there, friend, and get all the information. There's videos.
Yeah, there's videos and there's video of Facebook videos, Amazing Grace. I think there's you and your son singing Rocky Top too.
Oh, when we were the Missouri Hall of Fame, Music Hall of Fame.
Yeah, there's a video.
I took my son. We sang Rocky Top.
Did you really?
He sang with me. And now he's 6 foot tall and he's 15.
There's like then and now. He's tiny singing. Jackson singing Rocky Top, and then there cuts to them now singing Rocky Top and us singing Rocky Top.
Well, all of our Tennessee, listeners back home in Memphis are going to appreciate that.
Oh yeah, so make sure you check us out singing Rocky Top. Oh, and then we were just we just did the Huckabee show again a couple weeks ago, and then we were remembering back to when Huckabee played bass with us when we sang Rocky Top on his show. Yeah. Back in Tennessee, so we love Tennessee. We love folks.
Kind of a cool Memphis connection. I went to Memphis for my what do you call it when you get married? It's
your bachelor.
Your bachelor. Some of these guys said, "I'm not going to Vegas. I'm doing that." We went to Memphis and we had a good time. And I went to Memphis in May about 4 years in a row. And we just had a couple buddies. We drive there, and it was just so much fun.
Oh,
Love that festival.
They just finished the barbecue fest recently. Yeah. So it is a lot of fun. Texas Tenors, thank you so much for hanging out with Bot Radio Network today and telling your story, making great music. Again, here at the Grand Shanghai Theater, go to the website, friend, GrandShanghaiTheater.com. Get your tickets, get all the information about the Texas Tenors. Thanks so much, guys, for stopping by.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.